He once ruled an empire from Spain to Moscow. Now, his body lies cold on a remote island, no bigger than a village. What truly killed Napoleon? Cancer, poison, or betrayal from those closest to him? Napoleon Bonaparte, the man who once ruled much of Europe, spent his final days far from the battlefield. His death has sparked endless theories and debates. This story is not just about a man's end, it's about power, exile, and the legacy that endures. Let's unravel the final chapter of Napoleon's life. The Fall of a Titan, 1815. After escaping his first exile on Elba, Napoleon briefly returns to power in France, but his comeback ends at Waterloo. The British act quickly. No court, no verdict, no appeal. They send him to Saint Helena, a wind-lashed volcanic rock in the South Atlantic, over 1,200 miles from the nearest land. Escape is impossible. He arrives on October 15, 1815, under strict British surveillance. His prison, Longwood House, damp, moldy, infested. Napoleon called it worse than Siberia. Once a general at 24, emperor at 35, he was now a prisoner at 46. His empire gone, his power broken, but he wasn't done. This time, his war was against illness, time, and suspicion. The prison and the paranoia. Longwood was far from the marble palaces he once commanded. Despite the bleak surroundings, Napoleon tried to maintain dignity. He held court with loyal followers, discussed politics, wrote memoirs, but isolation took its toll. The air was damp, the food poor, his health declined. He complained of stomach pain, fatigue, cold and damp. His vibrant personality faded. He spent hours silently staring out at sea. He became paranoid. Letters disappeared, drawers left open. Food tasted bitter. He wrote, "History is the version of events told by the victor, but here, I write my truth." His companions included Sir Hudson Lowe, British governor, Count Charles Tristan Montolone, confidant Dr. Francesco Antomacci, Corsican Dr. Ali, his quiet, watchful valet, and Dr. Barry O'Meara, his earlier physician, who became deeply suspicious. The decline. By 1817, Napoleon was showing signs of depression and illness. He grew weak, vomiting, night sweats, pale gums, hair loss. In 1818, he was often bedridden. By 1820, the symptoms intensified. Severe abdominal pain and weakness. His meals were tested, conversations guarded. He believed he was being poisoned. O'Meara believed it was stomach cancer. Antomacci diagnosed an ulcer. Others suspected something more sinister. The last day, May 5, 1821, Napoleon was too weak to rise. He whispered, "France, the army, head of the army, Josephine." At 5:49 p.m., he died, at 51 years old, not on a battlefield, not on a throne, but in exile. The news shook Europe. Mourning spread, but suspicion remained. An autopsy was performed the next day. Antomacci led it. 16 witnesses, 7 doctors. Findings: abnormally thick stomach, liver lesions, greenish organs, the smell of bitter almonds, linked to arsenic. Antomacci reported stomach cancer, but British doctors weren't convinced. The poison theory. Before dying, Napoleon wrote, "My death is premature. I have been assassinated by the English oligarchy and their hired murderer." Paranoia or truth? In 1818, O'Meara accused Governor Lowe of slow poisoning. In 1822, he published claims of British guilt to prevent Napoleon's return. No proof until the 1950s. Swedish dentist Dr. Sten Forschuffud read the memoirs of Napoleon's valet. The symptoms, nausea, fatigue, night sweats, matched arsenic poisoning. Hair samples were tested using modern methods. Result: lethal arsenic levels. especially from 1816 to 1818. Poison was no longer a theory. It was data. Who did it? Canadian historian Ben Weider joined the investigation. Hair analysis matched symptoms. Doses rose and fell, suggesting ongoing poisoning. Their suspect? Charles Tristan Montholon. Motive? Napoleon seduced Montholon's wife. Montholon inherited money in Napoleon's will. Royalists allegedly blackmailed him to poison Napoleon or face exposure for embezzlement. Was it betrayal? Revenge? Greed? No one knows for sure. A stranger theory. Some believed Napoleon didn't die at all. A theory spread. A double took his place, possibly Cipriani. Aftermath and legacy. Napoleon was buried on Saint Helena, a simple grave. In 1840, his remains were returned to France and reburied at Les Invalides, Paris. But some claimed the body wasn't his. Arsenic was common in 19th century life, used in wallpaper, food, and medicine, so its presence doesn't confirm murder. Other theories point to peptic ulcers, gastritis, or chronic illness, but none explain all his symptoms, and none silence the suspicion. He was born on an island and died on one, crowned in glory, buried in obscurity. But his legend endures. He lived as a conqueror. He died as a question mark. If you found this exploration of Napoleon's last days fascinating, give us a thumbs up. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think really caused his death? Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history's most intriguing figures. Until next time, keep exploring the past.